And I think you have those instincts that tell you whether or not it's a story that interests you. It always starts with you. You know, your passion and your drive to get something done, I think.
Were you always a Star Wars fan?
I was a Star Wars fan in the fact that I had already decided to become a film major in college when the movie came out. And there's no question that it was a groundbreaking movie. I mean, what George Lucas created right from the moment New Hope was released, I think anybody and everybody, certainly that was studying film like I was, recognized that he had created something that was a complete and total game changer. It's a story that interests you. It always starts with you. You know, your passion and your drive. I was a Star Wars fan in the fact that I had already decided to become a film major in college when the movie came out. So for people who tend to think, oh my God, Hollywood's going to start creating actors and they're not going to need real people, that's really not realistic. So for people who tend to think, oh my God, Hollywood's going to start creating actors and they're not going to need real people, that's really not realistic.
I don't know if it's still a thrill because you've 82 films on your resume in production and you produced. Is it ever feel like another day at the office, or is it still that kind of?
It never feels like another day at the office, because I think what's nice is we make so many different kinds of movies and tell so many different kinds of stories that each one has a different challenge. I think if I was doing the same kind of movie over and over again, I wouldn't be doing this anymore. But I still have fun. That's the key. I think if I was doing the same kind of movie over and over again, I wouldn't be doing this anymore. But I still have fun. That's the key. It's important that he at least continue to be the little guardian angel on my shoulder, helping me do this.
They're finishing the hologram now. Don't worry.
Yeah. My Yoda has to be there.
So they decided they didn't want to use those stories. They decided they were going to go do their own thing, and so I decided, fine. But basically, I'm not going to try to. They weren't that keen to have me involved anyway. But at the same time, I said, I'm not going to. If I get in there, I'm just going to cause trouble.
The main thing is to protect these characters, make sure that they still continue to live in the way that you created them.
Bring it down, bring it down.
R2-D2 has been in low power mode ever since Master Luke went away.
We need your help. We need the Jedi Order back. We need Luke Skywalker. Did you hear a word I just said?
You think what? What did you think was going to happen here?
1,428
Shut up!
to 1.
I think it's vitally important to anything we create that we hold on to the spirit of what started all of this.
Kylo says that line, kill the past, whatever. It seems like your movie is also representative of that.
It's time to let old things die.
I'm gonna burn it down.
Let the past die. Kill it if you have to.
I mean, it says right in the script, forget the past, kill it if you have to. And you're doing a pretty good job.
I'm trying. I would be worried if everybody across the board was like, yeah, that was a good movie. It's much more exciting to me when you get, a group of people who are like coming up to you and really, really excited about it. And then there are other people who walk out literally saying it was the worst movie I've ever seen. Having those two extremes to me is the mark of the type of movie that I want to make. So.
Let the past die. Kill it if you have to.
It's all about generations, and it's about, the issues of fathers and sons and grandfathers, and it's a family soap opera. I mean, ultimately. we call it space opera, but people don't realize it's actually a soap opera. And it's all about family problems and it's not about spaceships.
She has this kind of, desire for connection to her past and some notion that there are answers there that she can get. I think she probably expects there are some answers about who she is and how she fits into this story. And who she is, not just meaning like who are her parents, where does she come from. But
it's all about generations, and it's about, you know, the issues of fathers and sons and grandfathers, and it's a family soap opera.
Not just meaning like who are her parents.
Do you want to know the truth about your parents?
They were nobody.
And it's all about family problems and that. It's not about spaceships. So they decided they didn't want to use those stories. They decided they were going to go do their own thing.
Coming into it, I wondered if this was going to be like more of like a mainstream thing in terms of its reception. It's been actually kind of pleasant for me to see some of the response to it in terms of this. It is still dividing people. There are people who definitely have the equivalent of an allergic reaction to it, you know, and as well as people who deeply, passionately really connect with it and love it, you know. Right. So to me, I take that as a really good sign that I'm still making something that's, you know, that's very much got its own personality that some people will connect with, some people won't. And for me, I mean, all my favorite filmmakers, their films are like that, you know. All my favorite films are somebody else's least favorite film. So for me, that's kind of a mark of success.